Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mitch. Good Tuesday morning to you all. Hope you guys are feeling well out there this morning and having a great start to your day as always. A great week so far. Got you an update on what's going to happen weather-wise for most of the country. Obviously, the bigger topic is going to be in this video, the deep south, Mississippi, Alabama. Some pretty nasty storms moving through Louisiana that will make its way into those two areas I just mentioned throughout the coming hours. So we're going to give you the latest and greatest information. I want to remind you guys, a lot of times with the Storm Prediction Center, they'll introduce another outlook like an hour after I drop these videos. So if it upgrades to an enhanced risk somehow, some way, I'll be sure to update you guys on the channel, but definitely hit me up on Twitter. It's a great way to follow along. But they love doing that. But, you know, obviously they don't work around the times I make my videos. But also, definitely feeling a little under the weather this morning. So if I sound different, if I had to stop and cough, I do apologize. Just I couldn't even get up and do my normal routine this morning, which kind of sucked, but it is what it is. There's worse things in the world. Just feeling a little under the weather, so y'all bear with me this morning. But if you guys have not subscribed, certainly consider doing that. Like the video if you like it. I appreciate the support as always, guys. I really do. And if you guys got anything that I can pray over, pray about, please put it in the comments below. It not only gives me an opportunity to pray over it, but it gives others an opportunity to do so too. And we can all glorify God doing it. So let's get rolling here. A water vapor loop shows it really well. You see this little spin in the atmosphere here in Oklahoma, in and around the areas of Oklahoma. That is our surface low. And with it, it's yanking up basically this low-level moisture that's going to provide will aid in the development of severe thunderstorms. It's already doing so in Louisiana, but really create a prime environment for some severe storms and a tornado threat in Alabama and Mississippi today ahead of this line of storms. We'll see how much the atmosphere will destabilize, but this is just a prime setup for severe storms any time of the year. Really is. Of course, you don't really get this in the summer much, but like I said, surface low moving over, and we take a look at what radar looks like right now. And these are the storms right on track here. And moving through Louisiana, I would argue that they're moving a little quicker, almost favoring the HRRR model as far as timing. But, you know, you got a tornado warning. This might be a little old. This is as of 6:47 Eastern time. So what you notice here, Markville, Bunkie, hopefully I said that right, and all these other towns that I might struggle with, Church Point. With this line, it's kind of kinky. I know that's funny, but it's got the line of storms has kinks in it. And you don't like seeing that. It's a broken line of storms. You see this little hook right here, little kink right here. And embedded in these lines of storms, even though they're moving very quick and pretty much when they're done, it's over. You know, a sneaky tornado can drop out of these lines of storms. So we really got to see what the environment looks like as these storms move into this area a little bit later today. This includes some bigger southern towns and cities like Jackson, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Hattiesburg. So we certainly need to watch the environment in this area today. What is going to happen? That's a big question here. So we look at the Storm Prediction Center. No enhanced risk as of right now, but I can tell you the tornado risk has increased and broadened, and it's moved a little bit further north. So I would say it favored the NAM as far as the tug north and the low-level moisture and what you need as far as thermodynamics for a tornado threat. You got plenty of kinematics, which is all that wind energy you need for tornadoes to form. And, you know, a 5% risk now fully emerged into the Birmingham area of a tornado in 25 miles of a given location. And we really watch this area later this afternoon, lunchtime, and just after. There is going to be a wind threat, 15% risk of winds pushing 50 knots or higher. The hail threat is not going to be so much today. It's really, you know, we got to watch the tornado threat and the wind threat today. The tornado threat is the thing, honestly, I'm the most concerned about. So we certainly need to watch that. Now, here we go. We look at the latest HRRR model. We'll get a little closer look at this, too. This is as of around right now. So you got the surface low beginning to move into Arkansas if it hasn't already. The HRRR model is verifying decently. I would almost argue that the storms are a little more put together than what the HRRR model is trying to symbolize here. But these continue to move through, and as they do, they might weaken, maybe, in the mid-morning hours and then re-strengthen very quickly in Mississippi. And you see this long line extending from southern sections of Illinois through the Quad State regions, through western Tennessee, all the way through the entire state of Mississippi. all the way to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and New Orleans. This will continue, and this is really the warm sector right here, warm, moist sector we need to watch out for. Do some of these storms get more of a structure to them outside of just that main squall line looking look? But, if it doesn't, there's still going to be a big time damaging wind threat. Watch out Huntsville, Alabama. Watch out, Nashville, Tennessee into the evening hours. And then you see how, I would say broken up this looks, almost kink-like here, kinky look to it, a more of a hook nature. You watch out for these embedded little discrete cells, semi-discrete cells in this line. And then we keep this going here. How much will this hold together into the overnight hours into Atlanta? I think you could get a rumble of thunder, but if anything, just beneficial rain. But we still need to watch down here in southern Alabama because there's still a look to these storms in the panhandle of Florida, southeast Alabama, even when we get into the 10, 11 p.m. time frame. But you look a closer look at the HRRR model and what this looks like. Storms re-intensify around 11 noon time, meridian. Watch out, some nasty storms. And then this is the area. This becomes prime time right here. You just watch. I would say early to mid-afternoon will be the most active time. Montgomery especially points west. Definitely some active weather. You guys know all about tornadoes in this area of Alabama, Mississippi, all of Alabama, Mississippi. So just please have a plan today. I don't think they'll cancel schools for this or anything or delay them or let them out early. But like I said, stay tuned for further updates. A lot of times these things like to upgrade right after I drop the video. So if it becomes an enhanced risk, guys, it's likely because they have introduced a 10% risk of a tornado in 25 miles in a given location. And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't. So stay tuned for further updates. But, you're getting into closer to dinner time at this point. And, this structure right here is kind of concerning right here. So south of Birmingham, really watch these storms in areas of Alabama. You need to definitely pay attention to the weather today in Alabama and Mississippi for a tornado threat and obviously a damaging wind threat. So certainly stay tuned for that. Hit me up on Twitter. It's a great way to follow along. There's a lot of other great people in there that will keep you guys updated. So deep breath. I'm already starting to struggle. My voice, I need a cough drop for sure. But the Northeast, pretty quiet weather. You could have some showers that might drift into southeast Mass, maybe Rhode Island a little bit later this evening, and then some showers begin to enter the picture into the Ohio Valley later this evening, well after dinner time, after you lay the kids down for bed. The south central U.S., it'll begin to clear. The atmosphere will recover in a good way. The dry air will come into the area and just more fall stable-like conditions as this pulls on out. But still some rain you'll be dealing with in a lot of Missouri as kind of this upper level low feature almost, or just backside moisture kind of moves through the area. But this will be more so a cool rain, not a warm rain. So it'll be kind of just a rainy, cool day in areas of Missouri who do see rain, St. Louis, places like that. So Columbia, Missouri. The north central U.S., you're probably going to see a lot of rain in almost the entire state of Illinois today, especially central to eastern Illinois, Chicago. A really rainy day, especially once you get into this afternoon. Rain rides all the way into southeast Wisconsin, all the way into western areas of Michigan, to the eastern areas of the Panhandle of Michigan, the UP of Michigan. And then we'll watch some showers and things like that in Indiana, and maybe some storms can get going and take advantage of somewhat of a decent environment. Watch out for a wind threat, even all the way into southern Indiana. Kinematics will be pretty good in this area, but thermodynamics will not be, which is those high-end temperatures, the Cape, things like that. Going back to this, that basically the higher the humidity gets, the better the atmosphere can recover throughout the later morning hours today, early afternoon hours. And if you see any peaks of sun in Alabama today, you need to be concerned, not to the point where you freak out or anything or have massive anxiety, but just be aware, right? I think most people who just know a little bit about weather should know that on the day when they're calling for severe storms and the sun comes out, if anything, you should be more worried. A lot of people just don't have a common knowledge on weather, and, understandably so, would think that, okay, maybe it's not going to storm today, but really, the sun comes up, heats up the surface, and destabilizes the atmosphere. So that would be concerning if the sun does come out today. But, the HRRR model has it warming into the 80s ahead of this line. You can obviously see exactly where this line of storms will be around 3 to 5 p.m. this afternoon. And you see this big gradient right here where it's now in the 60s in Mississippi, but still in the 80s and 70s in Alabama. That is basically the line of storms and the cold front along with it. That's why I said in Missouri today, in the areas of Arkansas, it'll be quite chilly. Once, in fact, temperatures won't recover much today. If anything, they'll drop in certain areas of the Mississippi Valley. But ahead of the cold front, very warm, humidity building. Nice day in the Carolinas, Virginia. Nice day in the Northeast, warming into the 50s and 60s, even into the higher elevations of the Northeast. So take advantage of that. I mean, we're almost into November. You won't have many warm days left. And I would consider, 60s and the higher elevations of the interior Northeast, pretty warm for late October standards. So that's all I got, guys. Thank y'all for struggling with that with me. But you guys have a great day. Stay safe in Mississippi and Alabama today. I'm sure there'll be people going live on YouTube, so there'll be great ways to follow along. But stay safe out there. God bless all y'all, and I'll be with y'all tonight.